questions 1 through 10 on the 2003 grade 9 Pascal math contest. The square root of 169 subtract the square root of 25 is 169 square root minus the square root of 25. Square root of 169 is 13, and the square root of 25 is 5. So 13 minus 5 is 8. So number 1, the answer is A. The missing number in the geometric sequence 2, 6, 18, 54, blank, and 486 is. So are you familiar with what is a geometric sequence? If you're not, no problem, I'll explain it. A geometric sequence is basically of the form A, AR, AR squared, AR cubed, and so on. So that means basically that if you take the second one and put it over the first one, AR over A, you get R, right? Because the A's cancel. And very similarly, if you take the third one and divide it by the second one, it would be exactly the same. It would be R. So using that principle and our sequence that they gave us in the question, we can do the same thing. 6 over 2, which is 3, is our R, And then therefore, in a very similar way, 18 over 6, which again is 3, is R again. So that's pretty much how we would figure out this blank here. I'll call that X. X over 54 would be R, which in our case is 3. And there you go, X over 54 is 3, and that's how we will figure out X. And that basically means that X is equal to 3 times 54, which is 162. So the answer for number 2 is D. The value of 6 plus 6 times 3 minus 3 over 3. Okay, so I think in this question they're really testing your ability to use the order of operations, BEDMAS. And that is brackets, then exponents, then division and multiplication, and then finally addition, subtraction. So in this case we don't have much, we just have I guess multiplication, so do that first. Actually, I put it in brackets, so I guess brackets goes first. They didn't put it in brackets, I did, but regardless, multiplication would come first. So 6 times 3 is 18. And then now you can just proceed with addition and subtraction. So 6 plus 18 is 24, 24 minus 3 is 21, and then 21 divided by 3 is 7. So number 3, the answer is B. In the diagram, the value of X is. So opposite angles are going to be equal. So this angle is the same as that angle. So if that's 40, this is 40. And then angles about the same line always add up to 180. So if this is 120, this will be 60. Correct? And then the angles in a triangle always add up to 180. So 60 plus 40 plus X is 180. So X plus 100 is 180, and therefore X is equal to 80. So X is equal to 80, 4 would be E. The value of 2 to the power of 8 divided by 8 to the power of 2. Well, there's several ways of doing this. You can just figure out the numbers, or if you have a little bit of time, you can just convert them all to the same base. So 8 is 2 to the power of 3, basically. And then 2 to the power of 8 on top, 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 2. You multiply, of course, the exponents, so that would be 3 times 2, which is 6. And then since the bases are the same here, you just subtract the exponents, so it would be 8 minus 6. And there you go. This is 2 to the power of 2, which is 4. So number 5, the answer is C. Which of the following is not equal to 18 over 5? All right, let's go through each of these. This is 36 over 10, which in lowest terms is 18 over 5. The next one looks like in the brackets would be 18, and then this 1/5 out front, which is just 18 over 5. Next one, 18 plus 1 is 19. 5 plus 1 is 6. And 19 over 6 is not equal to 18 over 5. So there you go. Number 6 is C. In the diagram, the numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8 are substituted in some order for the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F, so that the number between and below two numbers is the positive difference between these two numbers. For example, the 7 in the third row is the positive difference between D and 7. Thus, D equals 2 becomes 9 minus 2 equals 7. The value of A plus C is. Okay. This is one of those questions where the opening stem might seem a bit daunting, but if you go through the question, you'll find it's actually not that bad at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously write this out again because I have to fill this all in. And then we'll just work with this and you'll find that it's not so bad. So here we go. So first I'm going to start with this 3. How did we get that 3? What does that 3 mean? It means it's the difference between the two numbers above it. So right, this sentence right here, the number between and below two numbers is the positive difference between those two numbers. So this number 3 is the positive difference between 7 and F. So basically 7 minus F gives you 3. So what's F? Well, F has to be 4. So I'll put 4 there. Okay? Now just be careful because we're only allowed to use those numbers. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So 4 is gone. Now let's deal with this 7 here. How did we get 7? Well, that one they actually tell you in the question. The positive difference between D and 9 is 7, so D must be 2, and they tell you that in the question. So 2 is gone. Now, how did I get this 4? Well, 9 and E have to have a difference of 4. That's how you got 4, so E is 5. All right, so far so good. Now let's look at, I guess over here, A and 10. Positive difference is 2, so that means A is most likely 8, because 10 minus 8 would give you 2. All right, so what do we have here now? Well, we only have B and C left, and we only have 2 numbers left. But actually, you know what? I'm going to concentrate on 9 here. 10 and B, when you take the positive difference, is 9. And therefore B has to be 1. And then by process of elimination, C is 6. And of course, you can verify that because 6 minus 1 is 5. So there you go. See, it wasn't so bad. It seems daunting, but I want you to develop that self-confidence on math contests that you will be able to work through it instead of just getting discouraged. So the value of A plus C. So A is 8, C is 6. So A plus C would be 8 plus 6, which is 14. So number 7, the answer is E. The area of the rectangle ABCD. Okay, I think they've labeled all that we need here. So the distance from here to here, well, this is 4, and this is -1. So the distance from there to there would be 4 plus 1, which is 5. And then similarly, the distance from here to here, well, this coordinate is 2, and this is 5. So that is 5 minus 2, which is 3. So the area of a triangle, or a rectangle in this case, I hope I remember my shapes. I have to go back and practice and say, well, this is a rectangle, not a triangle. Length times width, of course. And the length is 5 and the width is 3, so therefore the area is 15. So number 8, the answer is A. The largest prime number less than 30 that can be written as the sum of 2 primes. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is list all the prime numbers less than 30. So we've got 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, and 29. These are all the prime numbers less than 30. And they want you to write one of these as the sum of two others. All right, let's see if that can be done, first of all. I think it can, concentrating on 2 as one of them. 2 plus something has to equal something else. And you can do that a lot here. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. 2 plus 11 is equal to 13. But they want the largest prime. I got it. So 2 plus 17 is equal to 19. And I think that's the largest you can get based on the criteria in the question. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Number 9, the answer is C. Which of the following numbers is the largest? So the best thing to do in these kinds of questions is write them out and compare them. So this one is just 3.2571, but I'm going to put some zeros after it. The next one is 3.2571, but that line all over it means that it repeats. So 2571 again, and so on. It just keeps on going. But I think this many decimal places is enough to make a very head-to-head comparison. So the next one, let's see here. The line is over 571. So 2, and then 571 keeps repeating. 5715, like that. The next one is 2571, but just the 71 keeps repeating. 717171. And the last one, just the 1 keeps repeating, so 2571111, like that. And then, since the first 4 digits after the decimal point are equal, we really are looking at a comparison of this part. And we have to choose which one is the largest. So you see how if you line it up like that, it makes it much easier. Well, of these numbers, this one, this one, this one, and this one, just the 4 digits there, which one is the largest? Well, I hope you can clearly see that it is this one right here. So that means that this number is the largest among that group, and that one was D. So number 10, the answer is D.